What's up, everybody? Welcome to Honky Tonk Tuesday. We're back. See everybody in Colorado. My Uncle Phil's on here. I know my dad and my stepmom are watching. Got some family watching. Delaware. We got a birthday in the house. Ashley Marie, happy birthday. Hope y'all are having a good Tuesday night. What's up, Northern California? Y'all, I'm super pumped for this episode of Honky Tonk Tuesday. I've been such a big fan of Darryl Worley my entire life growing up listening to him. I miss my friend. Will always be one of my top ones. And then, of course, Have You Forgotten? Just anthem for our country, and a song that I think is a song that we all need to hear for the rest of the time. I really believe that. But I'm gonna start this thing up. I was kind of going through some songs, and I realized that if you name your kid Darryl, they grow up to have an extreme, great voice that is like no other. And so I went down a Darryl Singletary kick, and when you go down Darryl Singletary, one of the best singers of the 90s, such a true country voice. One of my favorite ones still to this day, one that I know that we grew up listening to down in Central Florida, where I'm from, was this one right here. So we're going to kick this off. Y'all grab your drinks wherever y'all are at, and let me know what y'all are listening from. If you got any questions or any requests for Darryl, let me know. He's waiting to come on. So I'm going to start this thing up and get it going. Let's go. Blue lights flashing in my rear view. Sheriff said, boy, should have known it was you. You got 14 people in the back of this truck. Warned you twice and now I'm writing you up. Said, officer, what have I done? He smiled and said, boy, you're having too much fun. Too much fun, what's that mean? It's like too much money. Ain't no such thing. It's like a girl too pretty with too much class. Being too lucky, a car too fast. No matter what they said I've done, well, I ain't never had too much fun. Hey. There was a Friday night at the Stumble Inn. Me and old Harley just had to join in. Next thing you know, we were both seeing stars. Threw us out, they closed down the bar. Said the Long Branch is open, night's still young. We ain't never had too much fun. Too much fun, what's that mean? It's like too much money. Ain't no such thing. It's like a girl too pretty with too much class. Being too lucky, a car too fast. No matter what they said I've done, well, I ain't never had too much fun. I'm a holy terror, a tornado. Wind me up, turn me loose, and let me go. Hey. Too much fun, what's that mean? It's like too much money. Ain't no such thing. It's like a girl too pretty, too much class. Being too lucky, a car too fast. No matter what they said I've done, well, I ain't never had too much fun. Give me the reins and let me run. I ain't never had too much fun. Woo! We're having a lot of fun today on Honky Tonk Tuesday. My buddy Darryl Worley is right here. Anybody that has lived under a rock and needs to go get all Darryl Worley records. And if you haven't, you will after you hear him sing. Hey, Aunt Kim. Darryl from Memphis. 6 albums, 18 Billboard charted songs, 9 top 40s, 3 number one, one of them 7 weeks with Have You Forgotten, a song that brought us all together at a time that the country needed and a time that made a lot of sense for me when 9/11 happened. I was in 6th grade, I think. And that song really helped me make a lot of sense about things that were going on. But y'all, this is so awesome. I'm so honored to have my buddy on here with me. Y'all give it up. Get your questions ready. Get some requests ready. This is going to be a Honky Tonk Tuesday. You won't forget. Y'all welcome. Honky Tonk Tuesday, my buddy, Mr. Darryl Worley. What's up, buddy?
How you doing?
How you doing, man?
How are you doing?
How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for having me. Oh, I got to tell you, I got to tell you a quick story about that song you just played.
Oh, okay.
So when Darryl passed away, he and I had gotten pretty close over those last 2 or 3 years, and done quite a bit of stuff together. And so I spent a little time with his family, and they asked me to be a part of the memorial service that they had at the Ryman, and that was the song that they gave me to sing. It was the last song of the night, and they asked me to do it, and I was honored. I always loved that song anyway, but so and it's funny because Darryl and I used to kid with each other a lot. People used to come to the stage when I'd be in the middle of my shows, and they'd say, "Hey, will you play Too Much Fun?" And he goes, "Well, we just went ahead and learned Have You Forgotten?"
That's probably what you just have to do at that point. After a while, you're like, "Man, we'll just learn his song." And
it's not a bad thing to be mistaken for Darryl Singletary.
No, sir. No, there isn't. No, there isn't. Where you at right now, man? You down in my home state.
We're in Panama City, yeah. We're playing at the Holiday Inn Resort. We're up in 1502 on the 15th floor in the penthouse, and that ain't bad.
I know, living that sweet life.
A pretty good view of the beach, and I don't know what they were thinking, but
yeah.
It's really nice down here. You know, of course, they're having issues with the virus and all that stuff, but you wouldn't know it out there right now. People are just going on about their deal, and so we're looking forward to tomorrow night. Should be a lot of fun.
That's awesome, man. Well, I know we got a lot of requests coming in. What do you want to start with, man? What do you feel to kick this thing off?
Well, I just thought it was strange that you said that earlier about I Miss My Friend, so I'll just do that one for you right now. That was my very first #1 song on country radio, and that was a big deal. I didn't sign my first major label recording deal until I was 35 years old, and I came as a songwriter to try to, make a living that way. And to be honest with you, I don't guess I ever really thought I would have a #1 song. I thought I might write a #1 song, but as far as having that was just kind of crazy. So I'll do that one. That's
awesome,
all right.
Man. It's one of my all-time favorites, buddy. Please do. Thank you, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me. I miss the look of surrender in your eyes, where your soft brown hair would fall. I miss the power of your kiss when we made love. Oh, but baby, most of all, I miss my friend, the one my heart and soul confided in, the one I felt the safest with, the one who knew just what to say to make me laugh again. Let the light back in. I miss my friend. I miss the colors that you brought into my life. Your golden smile, those blue-green eyes. I miss your gentle voice at lonely times like now, saying it'll be all right. I miss my friend, the one my heart and soul confided in, the one I felt the safest with, the one who knew just what to say to make me laugh again. And let the light back in. I miss my friend. I miss those times, I miss those nights, I even miss our silly fights, the making up, the morning talks and those late afternoon walks. I miss my friend, the one my heart and soul confided in, one I felt the safest with, the one who knew just what to say to make me laugh again and let the light back in. I miss my friend. I miss my friend. I miss my friend.
Yeah, buddy, man.
Thank you.
When did that song come out?
My goodness. I'm going to say 2000, I think 2002.
Okay.
But that would be a good guess.
You say it with enough confidence, man. We believe you.
We had 2 or 3 singles before it, and it was the first one off of that new album, which like the record label said, this is going to be your first #1 song. I guess they knew what they were talking about. It's always good when they say that, because then that means they're going to spend the money on it.
Right, we work real hard. They always work hard, but when they know you give them something right out of the gate, it definitely motivates everybody.
Makes a difference.
For sure, man. How's everything else been going, man? You been working on anything new, or?
Yeah, we've got all kinds of stuff that we're kind of in the middle of. It hasn't been very long ago we released my very first greatest hits package, and I'm not 100% sure about some of the stuff that went down with that. I'm not completely convinced that we had a good release and that we got it exposed, and so we may do a re-release with that. But right now we're in the middle of a thing called 22, a project that I decided I'd go in and do like a new patriotic project that had, some good songs about supporting our troops and some historical kind of things from, the Vietnam era and stuff like that. And it's just got some great patriotic songs on there. And I think there's 8 tracks, but we've got a song out off of that project right now called How Freedom Feels. And we got a few different things going on with that. And I'm in the middle of finishing up the songs I'm going to do a Christian album. I've never done one. And I really regret not getting that done before my mother passed away. We just had the anniversary of her passing like 2 or 3 days ago. Oh, man, and she always wanted me to do that. So I'm certainly excited about that. And then we've got the next volume of the greatest hits teed up and ready to put out there. So we've got a whole bunch of music ready to go, and it's pretty exciting. And I'll tell you a little bit more about a challenge that we have a song on satellite that's getting quite a bit of airplay called Do Something Good Today. And we're getting ready to post some stuff and get a little challenge going online to see what we can get going with this song. So I'll tell you more about that.
Hey, dude, you gotta let us know, man. We'll all jump in to do something good today. I think we all need to do more of that anyway. So that's a good challenge. There's some stupid challenges out there. We need a good one. So it's better than laying flat on a table. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, there's definitely plenty of crazy stuff out there.
Will you you want to play some of that for us? The new single or anything? Or
yeah, I can. Well, it's when you say single these days, I don't really know if I know what that is, but I'll tell you, I can play this song for you, and then I'll just tell you what we're kind of doing. We're getting folks to. It's called the Do Something Good Challenge, and we're getting folks to get a friend to video them or or to, you know, they can figure out how to video themselves, but just doing something good, an act of kindness, whatever it might be, and send these in. We're probably going to use some of the better clips to create a little music video for this song, and then we're also gonna give away some prizes. You know, we may have, you know, we talked about tickets to the Tennessee River Run, or who knows what. I don't really know right now, but we're still in the kind of formulating it and getting it together. But the girls in the office thought it would be really cool to do that, you know, for just something to get it stirred up online. I'm just now really starting to work this social media stuff really hard. I was not that guy, so I should have been that guy.
Hey, I'm learning as I go, buddy. So,
well, I'll play you a little of it, or
awesome,
I'll play
man.
it for you. This old world is full of hurt and pain, a little sunshine and a whole lot of rain. It don't take much to drive those clouds away. Let's all do something good today. You never know what someone's going through. Don't underestimate what you can do. A friendly smile's a tiny price to pay. Let's all do something good today. A little wink, a pat on the back, a big old hug, a little laugh. We can make a difference. All we have to do is try. Yeah, every day's a chance to change somebody else's life. Let's all do something good today. A little wink, a pat on the back, a big old hug, a little laugh. We can make a difference. All we have to do is try. Yeah, every day's a chance to change somebody else's life. We're all just broken people on a journey home. Spread a little love before your chance is gone. We may never see tomorrow anyway. Let's all do something good today. Won't you hear me, people, when I say, and let's all do something good today. Won't you do something good today?
Yeah. Dude, so is that on the new album?
It is. It's one of the tracks on the Greatest Hits project that I was telling you. And I mean, we cut it all down in Muscle Shoals, Alabama, and it just got a really cool vibe about it. And proud of the song. My mother absolutely loved it. So it wasn't too long after she passed away last year that we released it for folks to hear. And then they picked it up and started playing it on satellite. And I kind of went over there one day and we talked and did some stuff, and I dedicated it to her. And I think she's kind of helping me have some success with this thing. You know what I mean? She's watching over my project.
Absolutely, man. You know, I believe in that. We just had my uncle's funeral a few days ago, and man, I believe we can feel them. They're with you. Your mama's with you, and hey,
they're right there.
Yeah, yes, sir. Right yes, sir. And hey, she got to A&R one of your songs, so she.
I forgot you know all that terminology.
Yeah. For anybody listening, that's a little deeper than where we can go right now. But
I'll tell you sometime when we're not online what my definition of A&R is.
All right. We'll have some tequila.
That'll work.
Tell some stories. Well, how's it, man? See if we got any requests on here. I would love to say "Have You Forgotten" for last. Everybody's been
we'll do that.
And been asking for that.
Yeah, I don't think I can top that one.
Yeah. Man, "Awful Beautiful Life" was one of your songs that it was like that song of the summer for all of us. And
well, that's cool.
And I remember listening to that song and being able just it was just a good feeling. You know, growing up in Central Florida, we were always on the boat. You're always taking, back then, of course, it was, burnt CDs or your iPod or whatever at the time. But it was that song that just painted the summer. And it's one of those songs that me as an artist, I want one of those summer anthems and trying to write it and trying to get that. And I think that song was such a big song, man. What was it like during that time when that song was out? Y'all were on the road?
To be honest with you, it was one of the greatest reliefs of my lifetime because I think we tried 2 or 3 different times to have a successful single after "Have You Forgotten," and that a lot of people hear me say "Have You Forgotten" was a blessing and a curse, but boy, it's hard to get past one like that. And so "Awful Beautiful Life" finally did the trick, and we it was the first release off of the Darryl Worley project. It's after DreamWorks had kind of closed their umbrella. We wound up over there on Universal, really, is what it was. And it was the first song off the Darryl Worley project that Frank Rogers and I did. And it was a great record, man. And we put that thing out and had a big old #1 and followed it up with "If Something Should Happen." And it did very well as well. But the crazy thing was they were done with me and we didn't know it. So that I kept looking for my stuff at Walmart and it just wasn't there. And I'm thinking, maybe there's something I don't know. So, it's terrible to have those big records come out right off the bat and then, not have any success with a project. But that's just the record business. That's the way it goes sometimes.
That's it. None of us can make sense of it. We're just crazy enough to be in it.
You just gotta keep on pushing forward, man. That's what it's all about.
That's it, man. Well, man, I know we got some people having some drinks at home, and since you're at the beach, but no one can be on the beach anywhere, I guess. You play some of the "Awful Beautiful Life," man.
Man, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's not one of the songs that I usually do in this type of a setting because I can't play that lick and sing it at the same time. But I'm going to do it for you anyway because
man, I appreciate it.
I'm not scared of it by no means. I love that honky tonk lick that we came up with, and I could play it on the intro, but you probably won't hear any part of that while I'm doing the song.
Hey, man, I got those myself. I get it.
You know how it is. Sometimes it's hard to reproduce them, but
absolutely, hell yeah.
I woke up early with a pounding in my head. I'd been out the night before with all my friends. A little worried, kind of wondering what I did. I said, "Lord, please forgive me for my sins." My wife wanted to kill me, but she tried to save me first. "You're going if I have to drag your butt to church." And I love this crazy, tragic, sometimes almost magic, awful beautiful life. I read the hymns and kind of sort of sang along. I made it through the Sunday sermon wide awake. We met the family for dinner at our home. Drank some beer, watched the game, and cooked some steaks. My little brother had a big fight with his wife, and my poor mother sat between them both all night. I love this crazy, tragic, sometimes almost magic, awful beautiful life. We said a prayer for cousin Michael in Iraq. We're all aware that he may never make it back. We talked about the way we missed his stupid jokes and how we loved to be a soldier more than most. I laid in bed that night and thought about the day and how my life was like a roller coaster ride. The ups and downs and crazy turns along the way. Now it'll throw you off if you don't hold on tight. You can't really smile until you shed some tears. Well, like I died a dare, I might live on for years. And I love this crazy, tragic, sometimes almost magic, awful beautiful life. I love this crazy, tragic, sometimes almost magic, awful beautiful life.
Yeah, man.
Good Lord. I broke out in a sweat.
I sweated watching you on that one, man. I could.
Man, I started to remember all those words.
Melissa Martin just reminded me of a song that was mine and my dad's, one of our favorite ones of yours. A Good Day to Run.
Oh yeah,
that song, man. That whole album was so great, Darryl. It's seriously one of my top favorites, and one that my dad and I played the absolute hell out of.
That's really. One of the things about Darryl Worley songs is every band in America was playing them because they were so simple. And honestly, I truly believe in that. I believe that if you get too carried away with your melodies and stuff, it's really about a good feel and a good groove and something that these bar bands can reproduce, because if you walk in somewhere in a big old honky tonk and they're playing one of your songs on stage, you've got yourself probably a hit on your hands. And that's what I thought about that song. It just felt good. The team lost that song on the 4th of July weekend. We were almost in the top 10, and they felt like it might go number 1, and they took their eye off the ball and lost some spins and just couldn't make it back up. So we wound up with like a number 11 or something, I think.
Hey, man, it was a big hit for all of us, bro. Having a number 11 song in all of the country is pretty good, buddy.
Yeah, I was proud of it. It was my, I think it was my second single, if I'm not mistaken. So that was a good deal. You want to hear that one?
Oh man, hey, if you're offering, I'm in, buddy. We ain't nobody gonna say no.
I'll be happy to play that. I may not be able to. This is funny about this song. I'm always thrilled when the band's with me because I can't get out of this one. I can get into it just fine. I just can't get out of it.
Yeah, just throw your guitar over.
There's no easy way out. I just stop.
Again, I know exactly what you mean.
All right, here we go. I'm tired of working every day for $1, about to choke on my own blue collar. This ain't gonna last. Misled by the grand illusion, I've come to this conclusion: I can't make a move too fast. It was written in the sky today, by the morning sun. Yeah, it sure looks like a good day to run wide open down a 2-lane highway. It's about time that some things went my way. Throwing troubles out to the wind, and I'm praying that they never catch up again. I'm gonna say my worrying days are done. This looks like a good day to run. My baby's been working as a cashier. She didn't get a vacation this past year, but now it won't be long. We don't need no destination, just a tank of gas and a good clear station, playing our favorite song. There's some places that we ain't been, some things that we ain't done, and it sure looks like a good day to run wide open down a 2-lane highway. It's about time that some things went my way. Throwing troubles out to the wind, and I'm praying that they never catch up again. I'm gonna say my worrying days are done. This looks like a good day to run. Yeah, I'm gonna say my worrying days are done. This looks like a good day to run. A good day to run. A good day to run. We got a good day. Oh.
Yeah.
That's one way to get out of it.
Hey, I would just have thrown the guitar out of frame. I just get on out of it. Man, what I love about being able to for Honky Tonk Tuesday, not only to bring everybody together and it's just funny to start seeing songs that people start talking about on here on the comment. And what I love, man, and this is for everybody watching that if you've not bought a Darryl Worley record, Darryl, one of my favorite things about your records, man, was it was very, very few artists do what you did, which is make full great albums. Your BSides, if you want it, whatever people call them, records cuts, album cuts, whatever. It's like, stuff that might not have been on radio. You can play one of your albums from start to finish, man, and the songs have just as much weight and power. So I Catch My Second Wind. I saw somebody just mention that. Just all these songs, you just start going down Darryl Worley hole, and you just realize, man, just how many great songs you have released, and I hope you know how much they inspired a lot of us, man, because those great records are what we grew up listening to, man, and me as a songwriter and an artist, those B-sides or album cuts or whatever, that's what I'd go to, because like you said, that we're writing songs for anybody that might not know it, we're writing, but I mean, how many you're getting songs pitched, you're getting for singles, and those B-sides, man, it's really when I feel like you really get to know the artist. And
I think you're right. And you know what, man? That is so crazy that you would say that. And I want you to know how much it means to me, because I fought for that. I fought for that at the label. The labels are about maybe putting 2 or 3 or 4 really strong songs on there, and then just what I call filler.
Yeah. And
I said, hang on a second. I said, I call myself a songwriter. So why would I put what I think of as a substandard song on here when my fan base is going to pay good money for this? They should get all good songs. And you're so right about the B songs or the C songs, because to me those are the songs that should have been singles.
Absolutely, man.
They picked the stuff that I I think of them, and I mean, I guess I understand it better now because they were thinking, okay, they had so many things to think about. You know, they're like, oh, we got a lot of ballads out there right now. We need something up tempo. I get all that stuff, but
Right.
but I'm talking about when you just size the song up and you weigh the song out, you go, there's so many of mine, man. I mean, there was a lot of on that album you're talking about that never saw the light of day, and that's okay. Somebody will record it someday, and my kids and grandkids will get a lot of money. That's fine.
How's your kids doing, man? They doing all right during all this?
I just have the one, you know, and she is about to blow a gasket, man. You know, we had a little, or I should say a big spike in the virus numbers down home, and everybody's just locked in right now, you know, and that's hard on children. I feel so sorry for her, but we've been going out, we've been saddling the horses up a lot and going out and riding, and we've been you know, doing some things outside and just out there on the farm. I love spending time with her. She's one of the greatest gifts God ever gave to me, and I think maybe her and my precious wife Kimberly and Kimberly's mom Miss Linda, they may be watching us right now. So
I hope they are.
They may be on there, and they're getting to know you at the same time. So that's pretty doggone cool.
Oh, awesome! Well, if y'all are watching, hey, good to see you. Good to see y'all in person. We can all play a show together, man.
We'll do that one of these days.
Yeah, when it's not such a crazy time, man. Yeah, it's crazy right now, man.
We're all living in a bit of chaos, but you know, it's good to know the good Lord at times like this, because I know He's got it all. And I wrote a song during the time off for my Christian album called "Faith Not Fear," and it kind of says it all. So I'm living on faith, not fear right now, man. This thing in Panama City will be my second paying gig since December 1st.
How long is that?
That's tough, man.
I'm telling you, man. I had a meeting today that I didn't want to have about this year, man. But like you said, man, we gotta live in fear, or faith, not fear, and just lean on each other during these times, man, and come together and just all be one. And this kind of one of the big reasons why I started Honky Tonk Tuesday was just a place where everybody can kind of get together and hang out and, meet new friends and talk to people and just bring some music. Even though we can't be together live, we can be together like this, when we can. And so it's just one of those things that I wanted to start, just to bring everybody together. And I'm also I'm a country music fan first and an artist second. So I love this. For my own self.
Being a real fan is how we all got to be doing this, right? If you had to be a fan, man, I was a crazy country music fan, and I mean, it goes way back for us because we started off, like on Jimmy Rogers and Hank Sr. and all that stuff. So I just love all the real good, solid, traditional stuff. I'm a big Vern Gosdin fan.
Oh man,
Earl Haggard, all of them.
Waylon, Earl Thomas Conley, Bobby Bear, Porter Wagner, Ray Price. Oh, guys, I'm with you, man. That's what I grew up playing. Oh, Gene Watson's one of the best. When we were down to nothing sure looked good on you. That was one of my favorite songs back in the day, man. Man, everybody has this, and I knew. As soon, we have people waiting hours ahead of time to be on here, and and everybody, most of the comments were about "Have you forgotten?" And
imagine that.
And man, just you and who'd you write that with? I can see his cat. I write with him.
Me and Win Varble.
Win Varble, one of the. I cannot think he's going to kick my ass. One of the funniest, great songwriters of all time, and just one of the best. If you don't laugh when you're with him, you ain't got a sense of humor.
All I have to do is you just say his name and I get ticked.
Yeah.
We were roommates there. Like during that time, we were roommates forever. We had a little old townhouse out in Hermitage, Tennessee, and we kept that thing forever. And we wrote a lot at that time, and he and Randy and a couple other guys, Moose and Swine and all those cats helped me, write my projects, and we just were a tight knit little group. But Win Varble's one of the funniest human beings that I've ever been around in my life, and he's one of my best friends in the world. He's I'm telling you, people talk about country, and Win is sure enough country, but he's country in a way that means more than just rural and backwoods. He's country to the bone. He's real. Yep. He's honest. If he tells you something, you can count on it. I've laughed more and had more fun around that cat than probably anybody in my life. So I miss him. We don't see each other that much anymore, and we hardly ever write together. But we've been kind of threatening to get together and do that here. He and I had a bunch of my hits together. So
was he on a lot of yours with you?
Yeah, we wrote the very first single. I'll tell you a funny story. So we wrote this song called "When You Need My Love," and and the record label just hated it. They said that'll never be on a record. And so down the road a ways, we decided, well, we've got everything and the album's almost finished, but we don't know if we have the first single or not. So I just thought, hey, what the heck? Sometimes they just totally miss it. And I brought it back in, threw it in the pile, and they picked it for the first single. That's the truth.
That's hilarious. I love that. That's hilarious.
Win said, I thought you said they hated it. I said they did.
They did, but they love her now.
That's some of that funny record label humor right there.
So when y'all were writing and this song came about, for anybody that don't know, the amount of not just love, support, we love the troops. Everybody here at Honky Tonk Tuesday supports our troops. But what you have done and where you've gone to bring a little bit of home to these men and women, everything that you've done for our troops, man, it's inspiring and it's awesome, and it makes for all of us artists, man, it makes us want to use our platform even more when we see artists like you bringing that music, bringing a little touch of home to our men and women who are the whole sole purpose we can live in the country that we live in, fight for anything that we want, dream as big as we want, born with silver spoon, no spoon, trailer park, whatever, you got the opportunity to make it happen. And I just want to always tell you that, man, it's inspiring. And for anybody not knowing, just look it up, man. Darryl, you've done so much stuff, man, for those men and women. It's awesome.
Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. The song has afforded me the greatest experiences of my lifetime, to be perfectly honest with you. And I have to say most of that was spent in the war zone. So year after year after year, we continued to go. Some years we went more than one time, So I've mounted up quite a few of those tours, and we didn't just go out there and play on the big built up air bases. We were usually traveling with the Sergeant Major of the Army, and his job is to go out to where the war is being fought and see what those guys out there need. And so early on in the process, he asked us if we would take our, flat top guitars and travel on these short hops with them. And so we've been all over the country of Iraq and all over the country of Afghanistan to play for the guys that were out there in the trenches. And I tell you right now, there is nothing in my life that will ever top that. It just can't
That's
be.
So awesome.
And it means the world to me that you would, recognize it and mention it and bring it up, because we don't want anything for that. But the fact that I think if I had something that I was going to say to the young people like yourself that are doing what you do, is that when you have success and when God blesses you with something that's life-changing, you should find a way to use that to help some other people too. It's really important. And you've experienced some of that. You know how good it is when you, especially when you do it, the business is good. You can have some success as an artist or a songwriter, and you can make yourself some money. But that's not what it's all about. I mean, when you step out some and you do some things that will help people, and it's not about the money, that's when you start getting the real good out of it. So I appreciate you bringing that up. Is it time to play this thing?
Hey, we've all been. I think everybody's been waiting. It's funny again when I was seeing these comments roll in. Again, your records, man, having songs on there that, like you said, might not ever been heard on radio, but POW 369, one of my favorite story songs, man. That song, I remember that song. I listened to it over and over because I was starting to, write songs during that time, and so I was really getting into those story songs and just again, man, echoing, you make great records, buddy. And I think everybody's been waiting for this song, 7-week #1. Man, one of my all-time favorites, brother.
Thank you very much. I'll see if I can get through it for you.
Yes, sir.
I hear people say we don't need this war. I say there's some things worth fighting for. What about our freedom and this piece of ground we didn't get to keep by backing down? And they say we don't realize the mess we're getting in. Before you start your preaching, let me ask you this, my friend. Have you forgotten how it felt that day to see your homeland under fire and her people blown away? Have you forgotten when those towers fell? We had neighbors still inside, going through living hell. You say we shouldn't worry about bin Laden. Have you forgotten? They took all the footage off my TV, said it's too disturbing for you and me. It'll just breed anger, it's what the experts say. If it was up to me, I'd show it every day. Some say this country's just out looking for a fight. After 9/11, man, I'd have to say that's right. Have you forgotten how it felt that day to see your homeland under fire and her people blown away? Have you forgotten when those towers fell? We had neighbors still inside, going through living hell. Yeah, thanks to some sick bastard named bin Laden. Have you forgotten? Been there with the soldiers who've gone away to war. You can bet that they remember just what they're fighting for. Have you forgotten all the people killed? Yeah, some went down like heroes in that Pennsylvania field. Have you forgotten about our Pentagon, all the loved ones that we lost, and those left to carry on? Now we don't have to worry about bin Laden. Have you forgotten? Have you forgotten?
Yes, sir. So awesome, man. We got a lot of men and women of our military on here right now. Shout out to our men and women of our military. My cousin Jeremy, stationed in Savannah, Georgia.
Cool.
My cousin Jeff, who's also in the Army, and my cousin Greg at my uncle's service. And Jeremy's making a career out of it and kicking ass and about to have a little baby. So
that's awesome, man. Tell
yeah.
those guys all that I said, it's family with us too. That's kind of how I got into all this. It's just a family tradition, and on both sides of the family. So all the different people, like cousin Michael in Iraq from the song "Awful Beautiful Life," that's a real guy.
I was going to ask you, is Michael a real cousin or?
Yes, yeah, oh yeah. I talk to him all the time. We were just talking last night, and as a matter of fact, when I redid when I re-recorded "Awful Beautiful Life." For the new greatest hits package, I said he was in the Navy, and he said I said a sailor instead of soldier, and for him, and because he wore me out about that for so long. I'm in the Navy, and I'm like, people in America, if you serve, they think you're a soldier.
Right.
No, I'm not. I'm like, okay, whatever. But man, we just love them and appreciate them so much. So be sure to tell your your cousins and your family members that serve. God bless you, and we really, really do appreciate it.
Yes, sir. I sure will. Please pass the message on to Michael as well.
We will.
Buddy, man, I can't thank you enough for taking the time. I know you're on the road. I know you got a whole hotel room to run around in, and and I know you have beach for the show tomorrow, man.
Hotel rooms here as well. I didn't know what you do. I'm just picking at you, man.
Oh man,
I really like what you're doing with this. You've given me some ideas too, so I'm thinking about maybe try to maybe do my own little thing. If I do, I'm gonna call you.
You call me, buddy. I'd be honored to be on it, and you let me know what I can help you promote, and I'm here, buddy. It means a lot. Thank you for being on it and just taking the time out, man. And if your family's watching, tell them I said hello. And man, when all this gets through, we can write a song and just hang out when it's all done and over with. Let's do it, man. I'd love to write with you and just.
That'd be very cool.
Here's some stories we can't talk about online.
And hey to all your family too. I think that's very cool that your folks are supporting you and watching your Tuesday night deal, man. That's awesome.
Oh, thanks. Oh, yeah, man. They're all in Eustis, probably at my dad's house right now. So my dad will call me immediately. He's such a big Darryl Worley fan, buddy. So I appreciate your time, man. And hit me up. Let's get together.
All right, buddy.
All right. See you, man.
See you, bud.
All right, guys. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you all for hanging out with us. Miss Lori, what's up? We got some shout outs here. Todd Nixon, my boy Joe Keene. What's up, brother? Hope everybody's doing good. Daisy, I'm running through here. Cole, what's up? Don, Stephanie, Ashley. We got a lot of y'all on here. Mike, what's up, my brother? Cahoon. Thank y'all so much for joining us on here. Don't forget, next week we're going to be back. We'll be announcing the guests this weekend. Y'all be safe. Watch out for each other. Love one another. Thank y'all for all that y'all do for me. And I will see y'all next Tuesday night. Be safe. God bless.